Welcome to a DropTent Media production.
Pretty face like that, I can't be mad at you. An independent woman with an attitude. I can give you what you want, but you don't really need it, cause you never want from none. So it wouldn't be wrong to ask you to my place. If you tell me that you can't, then baby, it's okay.
You ready? Welcome to Crimes to Remember, and my name is Shari Franklin, and today my co-host is the very funny Denny Live.
Yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you for having me, Shari.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Denny is very funny. So I thought he'd make this episode very interesting because he keeps me entertained.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So today on Crimes to Remember, we're actually going to look at a story that was from Nikki Whitehead. She's a female, African-American female from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, she was murdered by her twin daughters. So... Now,
they black too, right? They black.
Yes, yep. They were, so and then of course we're putting a picture up of her and her twin daughters also.
So they did like a reverse Melendez brothers.
Right.
Wow.
Right. So it was crazy. So the main thing I think the factor is though, the backstory and the upbringing. I think that helps to understand people and not understand why they did what they did, but helps people to understand that this probably was a storm waiting to happen. Like it was really like. You can look at the story and say to yourself, like, something was going to go wrong or something didn't seem right. So now Nikki Whitehead, her mother actually carried her and she had her in prison. So Nikki Whitehead was born to her mother while she was incarcerated at the time. Mm-hmm. And her mother was incarcerated for substances and, dealing so on. So then Nikki was raised by her grandmother, Della. And Della gave her a great upbringing. She was never, and Nikki was never raised by her mom at all. So Della was there for her and tried to do everything she could. Now, unfortunately, Nikki would rebel and like lash out or get in fights and mess with boys and sneak out the house. All the typical teenage things that young girls do to rebel.
Right.
So the crazy part is, though, at 17, Nikki got pregnant with twins. So when she got pregnant with the twins, she wasn't really ready to be a parent. So she left her twin daughters with her grandmother, which ended up being, of course, the great-grandmother to the twin girls.
Right. So
Della not only raised her daughter, her granddaughter, but her great-granddaughters. Right. So, like, you can see the chain cycle. It was just an ongoing pattern that needed to be broken. So, unfortunately, Nikki, she would party and get into drugs and do whatever. And at one point, when she was 25, she ended up meeting this guy that was 55 years old. And they moved to Conyers, Georgia. So she had a house, and he was a truck driver. He was out of town a lot, so on and so forth. So then she decided, because she was going to school and she was getting herself together, she felt that it would be a good idea to take her twin daughters in with her and raise them herself. Because she was like, well, their great-grandmother isn't their parent, and they do whatever they want to do with her, but they should be with me because I'm their mother.
Right.
So I understand she wanted to make an attempt to reconnect with her daughters like that, and I think that's all fine and dandy. But any parent can tell you there's no need to take on kids at 12 and 13 when you've never been around them, because you're going into a quiet storm, honestly.
Basically, yes. Because
you want to discipline them and tell them what to do, and they're going to look at you like, you've never been around. Why would I want to listen to you all of a sudden? It's not making sense to me. Mm-hmm. Not only that, when the twin girls, now it's Tasmiyah and Jasmiyah, and they would be called Taz and Jazz. When they were growing up with their great-grandmother.
Taz and Jazz?
Yep, Taz and Jazz, twin girls. And they had straight A's. They were on the honor roll. They went to church every Sunday. They were doing excellent in our home environment. So they were definitely striving. So she decides she wants to take them back. She gets them back at the age of 13. So, right. The worst thing ever, because she was never around them. And
you want them back at 13.
At 13, right. I just feel like, I don't understand how she couldn't see this was horrible.
Hormones
and the reason
everywhere.
The reason why it was horrible is...
You think you're a woman.
Basically, you think 13, you're grown, and you think you're going to poke your chest out and talk to me when I'm an adult, and you're not. But what people fail to realize is, I feel like they were breeding resentment. And anyone in America knows right now, if you're married or you have kids or whatever, and there's a resentment that stews for years, resentment can definitely lead to murder. Trust me when I tell you. If you are with someone and you resent them and you feel they're holding you back or they've just made your life worse and it stews and stews, over a period of time, you're going to get so frustrated that you're going to look at them and be like, it's either going to be you or me, but one of us got to go. So I don't see how she couldn't understand that they probably carry resentment. Like, okay, I'm excited that you want to be in our lives, but you should have been in our lives while we still lived where we were at. You decided to move us out of a stable home where we were getting straight A's, going to church on Sundays, to still live with you. Then we've never been around you. You want to discipline them. And then she even stated, she was strict. She was like, the 13-year-old was dating a 17-year-old.
What?
The mother was like, I'm not going to have it. The daughter wasn't trying to hear it, which I agree. The 13-year-old shouldn't have been messing with the 17, period. But you were never around. So you're trying to discipline girls that, yes, biologically you had them, but it didn't make you a mother to them because you weren't raising them the whole time.
Exactly.
So it just ended up being like a nightmare. And because her boyfriend at the time, Robert, was on the road a lot because he was a truck driver, she would have to deal with these girls on her own. And then also, too, she had a side boyfriend because he would be, she had a side boyfriend because her man would be out of town a good amount.
Right.
So you just think to yourself, like, you're doing too much. You're bringing them back. You're trying to give them a stable environment, but you know you're a little shaky because your kids shouldn't even be able to know stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. When it comes to personal adult things, whether you are married or you have a boyfriend and you have a side one, your kids shouldn't even be able to know stuff like that.
Okay, so basically the truck driver boyfriend, I'll keep it PG, he was a vagina, basically.
Really? Okay. If that's what you want to call. First of all, he was a provider. So I give him credit for that, and he has money.
Like a vagina.
Can we keep it? Can we
Like
keep
a vagina?
Does that have to be PG?
No, you can be honest with this. What do you mean? Like, no, we're not able to be
I can
honest.
curse a little bit.
Yes, you can.
So basically, the 55-year-old guy was a pussy. Basically.
Okay, if that's what you think. Well, yes. But this is the thing, though. If you're out of town and you're working, you don't know everything that your girl's doing. Not you. I'm talking about him. Let's make this clear.
I mean, listen, women can do what they want. This is the thing about that. Did he eventually find out that she was messing around? He never found out.
No, I think in the end result now
he left this world, because I know he ain't alive now. Because he was 55. What year was this?
She actually was murdered in 2010. He's still alive, probably. I think he is.
Oh, okay, he might be.
Yeah.
He might be damn near 80. Okay.
No, it's not me.
Okay, no, he's an old motherfucker.
Right. So the crazy part was, the girls are living with her at 13. They're rebelling. They're sneaking out. There was actually a 911 call that Nikki made to the police when she said, my daughter's missing. I think she snuck out the house. I can't find her. I want to report her. So then the police, when they get her back into the house, police come in, they're talking, and she separates the twins to speak to them. And the twins are like, yeah, we'd rather live with our great-grandmother. We really want to go back with her. That's where we were living at, and we were comfortable. And the police officer was like, well, you guys are with your mom now, and you want to try to make the best of the situation and get along with her, but your main thing is, communicate with her. So the twins just turned around and their whole attitude and was like, you know what, you're right. We're just going to try to work it out and whatnot. And not only that, we're just going to go to bed because we don't want to really argue and have a bad night. And even the police officer was like,
that seems strange, right?
Yeah, these teenagers, they changed up the mood. And the cop said they were so sweet. They seemed like angels. She's like, and when she turned it around and said those things, she said, the cop was like, I wasn't falling for it. So when the officer leaves the house, she sits in the patrol car outside of the house and waits. 5 minutes later, you hear her screaming and yelling, and she goes back to the door, and Nikki has marks on her. And of course, now they realize that the twins were abusing or fighting their mom because they were going at her so hard. So, of course, they look like, the kids seem like angels because they were on their best behavior.
Yeah, but when you switch up that quickly.
Yeah, but when you switch up that quickly, like, they're dumb. I don't know how you don't think someone will be like, something's wrong here, honey. You look like you lost it. So, so they come in, they talk to them. The kids still stay there, even though the kids wanted to go back to their great-grandmothers. They were like, no. She was like, I'm your mother. You just have to understand the rules, and we need to try to get along. But it was like a storm brewing. If your kids are putting their hands on you, and not only that, they're teenagers, and it's two of them. Plus, her boyfriend Robert was never home like that. Like, so to me, I feel like she was automatically putting herself in danger. Like, it's
Yeah.
sad to say. I know you don't
Yeah.
think that your own kids would do it, but I mean, come on, like you said, Menendez and all these other people. Like,
Exactly.
you can't put anything past these young people.
You cannot.
You see how they are in the streets of Philadelphia. It's just sad to think that they're becoming so ruthless, or they're making decisions without realizing the real consequences of it. Because I don't think some of them realize.
Well, your brain's not fully developed
At all.
at 13.
Right, at all.
So, and then for you to kill your parent, there's some mental issues there. Something's going on. Maybe it's some trauma that we don't know about.
Right.
The Melendez brothers say they were molested, abused, and they just snapped. A part of me believes that. But everybody keeps saying how, well, you guys are rich, you get everything you want. A lot of expectations go on with that because their father was known to be very domineering and expected a lot out of them.
Right.
So there's a lot of pressure. He's a successable businessman.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So you're living off the last name and the legacy.
Right.
The Melendez name means this.
Right. Oh, he was a big deal.
But with this young lady that you're talking about, I don't think there was a legacy.
Right. So, right. And I think not only that, the fact that Della not only raised her daughter, her granddaughter, and her great-granddaughters, right there you see that something's wrong. That for there to be a factor that the mother is not raising the child in these generational steps, it's not, you got to realize it's not going to be productive for the end result. Something's definitely going to go wrong. So they end up living with her. Now, unfortunately, now they're 16, and she's just been battling with them, and she's just had a rough time. That being said, they would go out, drink, not want to go to school, cut school. So the one night, it was, they were up until 3 a.m. and whatnot. So this is in 2010. They were up until like 3 a.m. So when Nikki went to wake them up from school that morning, they were arguing with her. They definitely didn't want to get up. So they start arguing, and then this is when the fight starts to brew between her and the daughters, right? All because they didn't want to go to school. And she's like, you're going to go to school. So as they're yelling and the daughters get in her face or go to put their hands on her, Nikki picks a pot up to get her daughter away from her, whether she's going to swing it or whatever. As she picks that pot up, though, the one daughter grabs the pot and hits Nikki with the pot. The other daughter hits her with a vase.
Oh, goodness.
Then, Nikki goes to bite the daughter to fight off the daughter. And teeth marks, because this is going to be a deciding factor. Teeth marks in her. So the daughter stabs her. And Nikki, crazy enough, is able to get out the door to run to the neighbor's house to ring the doorbell in the morning, because the neighbor said he had heard the doorbell, he just wouldn't get up for it. The girls drug her back into the house, proceeded to stab her, drug her into the bathroom, and they thought she was dead. She was still alive, and their mother said to him, I hate y'all. I hate y'all. Y'all are going to go to jail. And the daughter looked at her and said, I'm sorry. And they said they stood there and watched her die. The daughters actually stabbed her over 80 times, and they nearly severed her spinal cord.
Oh, my.
Right. So after they were done that, they tried to clean up somewhat of the scene. It was blood all over the place. They couldn't clean everything up. It was impossible. They decided they're going to get together, get dressed, and go to school. Yes, they did. They went to school. They carried on like nothing had happened. When they came home from school, oh, my God, she's dead. They come running out the house screaming for help. Somebody help me. My mother's dead. We don't believe it. Oh, yeah, they put on a whole show. She's dead. They're sitting in the interrogation room in the end after, they're going in, they're looking at things, and they're in the I want my mommy. I want my mommy. Who did this to my mommy? I'm going to find out who did it. They put on the show of a lifetime, and you're like, you got to be kidding me. So they're interviewing them, and they're like, yeah, we came home from school and found her like that. And you know what? Her boyfriend, Robert, that she's with, he's a truck driver, and he's supposed to be out of town, but you might want to check. Then the daughter said, well, she has another boyfriend, so it could have been him on the side.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, these chicks are slick.
So they really did their thing with the fake rehearsal.
Oh, definitely.
I got to say this. Is this camera on me right here? This one? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I want to say this here. Black people, I love you. Stop doing crime. And the reason I say stop doing crime is because the people that are doing these crimes, are not intelligent people. You barely got out of high school. You're not a criminal mastermind. My favorite show, my second favorite show, is The First 48.
Okay.
I advise all of you to watch it if you have nothing to do. When it first comes on, man, and these are the most stereotypical ghetto black people you ever seen in your life. He's in the interrogation room with no shirt on. Man, I swear to God, I ain't never killed nobody before. Man, that's my grandmother, man. I never killed him. I promise you. I wouldn't even know. I don't even know the people, man. I never killed nobody. They go to commercial. Then you get this. This is my favorite. And somebody really did this. They go to commercial. They come back. Man, you trying to make me say something, man. You trying to make me say something? Man, I'm trying to, man, I don't want to say nothing, man. You trying to blame this on me. I swear to God, I never did it. Black people, there's this thing called forensics. Once you stab somebody up and they start bleeding everywhere, your DNA is everywhere. All they gotta do is go put all that little shit they do into wherever you killed the person, and they're going to find you. The best thing for black people is school.
You said it's school.
School. You want to be a drug dealer? Go study, be a pharmacist. Leave this crime shit alone. I got to bring this up because I want to continue this whole, because this is very intriguing.
But when you're stabbing somebody, you realize with that blood and everything, your hand's going to slip down that knife. So then that's what your blood, like, people fail to realize it. You're stabbing like that. My hand's going to slip at some point. I'm going to cut my hand at the same time. So there's going to be my blood somewhere. Like, let's be realistic.
Another black guy, and I love black people, he had a really good plan. He killed his neighbor and cleaned up her whole apartment. But he wrapped her up in carpet from the Crown Plaza Hotel. This is how deep this crime thing gets. They found fibers. When they found the fibers, they had somebody research this particular fiber because you don't find it anywhere anymore.
Okay.
This fiber is the fiber that they use in the carpets of the bedrooms of the hotel rooms of Crown Plaza all over the world. They're the only ones that use this carpet.
That's crazy.
Because the carpet is cheap,
okay,
and it has to be cleaned constantly.
Okay.
So when you leave one of those rooms, they send somebody to spray this stuff on it, vacuum it, shampoo it to get it clean all over again because it's really cheap carpet.
Okay.
They found the fibers and researched the fibers. When they researched the fibers, they researched all the employees that worked in the 3 Crown Plaza hotels in that city.
Okay.
His name happened to come up as being one of the people that worked at the Crown Plaza in this particular city. He had the carpet, he had Crown Plaza furniture, because when this particular hotel closed down, they gave furniture to former employees that wanted it.
Right.
All you had to do was get a truck and get people to load it on, and you could have it for free.
Okay, okay.
This is how he got caught. Since we're keeping it real and we're talking about crime, the best way to get rid of someone is you have to Lee Harvey Oswald them. Get you a gun with a scope, follow them to their favorite club, and when they come out, shoot them. And then pack the gun up, throw the gun in the Schuylkill River, and have an alibi where you're back playing cards. You got 15 minutes to kill them.
He said
so
15
you got 15 minutes because your alibi is that you're in with the people. Like, okay, when we do our break, I'm going to go kill someone.
You know what?
No, listen, we do our break, I'm going to go kill someone. I got 7 minutes to kill him. I'm going to tell everyone I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to go out and kill Smitty. Then I'm going to come back by the time the next show comes on. You got to do it like that.
Right.
You got to shoot him for bow, pack up the gun, and then go. We got to go. You got to follow somebody. You got to follow their routine. You can't just decide, you know what, I'm going to kill that motherfucker.
Are we starting to give tips about how to kill people? So
because
why don't we? Because Remember does not support order.
The reason I say
I
this.
know, you were like this.
Okay,
so when
people
someone
on the
be like,
podcast,
I use
the
crime
people on the podcast
don't this murder off.
Okay,
Oh,
the
my
people
Lord.
on the podcast do not support this. I don't support
no.
You speak
People,
hypothetically.
I get you.
Because listen, I watch a lot of crime stuff.
No, as fans of this
I watch
show
all
probably do.
of the documentaries.
Right,
Me and my wife call it killer TV.
But people really think they can pull it off.
But these are
But
two
they do.
13-year-olds.
Right, well, they're 16 at the time they do it.
16
Right,
at the time.
right, but this is the kicker, though. So the crazy part is, they're going on about their business, going to prom.
Well,
Wait,
hold
they
on.
get away with this.
Sorry, go ahead. I mean, I have a question because
Go ahead.
because I didn't the detail about so they watched their mother die. They say as much. And then you have to say that they have enough hate. They have enough hate and just think that the way they shook it out, which is interesting because you would think that why didn't they just call the cops and just say it was a fight and you know what I mean? Like nothing in it. They had enough hate for their mother.
But you have to remember though, if I call the cops and say, "Oh, they attacked me," she attacked me and it was self-defense. Over 80 stab wounds. That's not self-defense.
80 is too many. You're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I've beaten you. I've almost severed your spinal cord, and it's over 80 stab wounds. You have to be realistic. So, and not only that, those other cops had saw that marks were on Nikki. So they already knew that this good girl act that they kept trying to put up, it was not convincing. Right. But for 4 months, they're good. They're going to school. They're going to prom. Oh, yeah, 4 months they're in school, having a ball, living their best life. They're back living with Della, their great-grandmother.
Wait, after the murder?
Yes, after the murder.
4 months.
4 months. They're just, living their best life, going to prom, having fun. They're like, we got away with this. We pulled it off. They ended up, when they got results back with Nikki and the other stuff and the results and the swabs they did, like you said, from them with forensics.
Of course. Yeah.
The teeth marks
Right.
were Nikki's teeth marks. They were able to match the dental records that it was Nikki's teeth marks on the daughter, so she was only fighting her daughters. So while you're saying that you were in school and someone came in the house, that doesn't make any sense. So on the very last day of school, they go and arrest the twins, right? And then the twins are like, they need to find whoever did this. They're in the back of the squad car talking heavy as if they're going to get away with this.
Of course.
And they're like, they need to find whoever did this. We didn't do that and blah, blah, blah. So as they go to try them, they say, listen, we'll let you do a plea deal. They were like, we'll give you a plea deal, but you're going to need to do a full confession before we even allow you to sign a plea deal.
This is my favorite part.
But wait, listen, you would think, oh, plea deal, and they're like, we're going to charge you with voluntary manslaughter. And you're like, listen, now in Philly, people are like, oh, voluntary manslaughter, you're not going to get that much time. Whoa. Every state's different. I tell people, you got to pay attention. You're thinking they're about to get this deal. So they give a whole full confession on the fact that they were arguing, and they were like, well, it was the heat of the moment. We snapped, and I grabbed the pot from her and hit her, and my sister hit her with the vase, and then I went to stab her. And as she ran to the neighbors, we brought her back in, and we continued stabbing her. And when we thought she was dead, when we drug her in the bathroom, she said how much she hated us, and that we were going to go to jail and all this. And I felt bad, but I just told her I was sorry, and we just watched her die. So then we had to get together and go to school. She was like, I feel bad, though, because I did love her. I didn't hate her. As they continue to still lie, you're like, get over it already. So then they give him the plea deal. Voluntary manslaughter, 30 years.
Wow, that's the plea deal?
Thank you. Like, listen.
30 years of plea deal.
Listen, thank you.
Just give me 80 years. Because, 30 years, I'm 6, so I'm probably 20 at this time.
Thank you. Listen.
So I get out when I'm 50.
Right. So they were like, and the judge
everything.
said it.
I ain't even got a baby, I ain't no dick, none of that shit.
The judge was like, 47, you got enough life left. That'll be just fine. And now, of course, they're able to do, apply for parole. They denied it. And the judge said, he was like, that parole thing isn't going to work for him. He said, 30 years. He said, them coming out at 47 is good enough for the crime they committed. He said, not only that, they'll still have a lot of life left. The funny part was, with the lying and all the other stuff, and like you said, whether it's black or white people, pay attention to the things you do. They found their journals, you idiots, and they said in the journals, we got to kill mom. But you know what? We should do it sooner than later so we can get out of here. So, heat of the moment, you had already planned on killing her. Like, this is what gets me with criminals. All I'm saying is, you don't have to be the sharpest knife in the drawer. I'm just trying to say, you know you're not good at it. That's all I'm saying. Don't write stuff down. Don't take souvenirs. What kind of shit?
And don't ever do anything with a partner.
Right.
Listen,
Right.
this is suspected. Guy pays another guy to kill his wife.
Right.
White guys are incredible. I love this. You have all the money in the world. You meet a badass chick that works at your job. She's secretary. You start fucking her. Now, when be careful, you fuck around a white guy. When you start fucking him, his wife got to die.
I know.
They don't believe in divorce.
Yeah, they're like,
you're gonna lose
divorce.
everything.
You're like, that costs too much.
This guy never had a criminal record, never did anything in his life, but was ruthless. He pays a guy $50,000 to kill his wife. The guy kills his wife. They suspected that he killed the guy and took the money back that he paid him.
Oh, my goodness.
This is all suspect. They didn't have no fibers, no evidence, no nothing. All this was hearsay. The lawyer was like, my client did that, prove it.
Basically, right. You have to prove that,
it.
though.
And it can't be he said, she said. We need some
Concrete
voices over the
evidence.
phone.
Right.
We need this and that. We need all of this stuff. He found somebody who was down on his luck. They needed money. I'll give you $50,000 to kill my wife. Where's she at? I'll kill that bitch right now.
Basically.
You kill her, he kills you. Because once the cops catch you, they always give the mastermind the most time.
Right. Because you're the one with the conspiracy. Right.
Exactly.
You're the one who did it.
So, the best thing to do is shoot someone from a distance.
You said from a distance.
Have it planned out.
Let me find out that he's going to get an endorsement with snipers.
Once you shoot them, you got to have certain things in order. Once you shoot them, have your airline ticket ready to get out the
Have
city.
an airline ticket.
Maybe.
You are
And
frightening.
have a whole, because you got to plan a murder. You got to plan it around the time that your cousin was getting married. You want to correspond with your cousin back and forth. I can't wait to do this. You got to make it look like you really weren't trying to kill nobody. If I was killing somebody, why would I plan my whole life in another city? I got a job lined up in another city. I was celebrating my cousin's wedding. It's I'm living better than this person. They ain't shit. I'm starting a whole new life. So when they point the finger at you, the question is always, and they call this a preponderance of evidence.
Right.
Why? It goes both ways. Either it's preponderance evidence against you or for you.
Right.
I had a whole life that I was starting in Seattle, Washington. I had a job lined up.
What murder are you running from? What murder did you commit?
I don't know. Or is he getting ready to call somebody?
No,
we gotta keep our eye on that.
Something's happening. This is too detailed.
But I have too much to lose. And here's the thing.
Sure.
But I'm not been mad at like that for years. But if you're gonna do it, you have to do it right.
You need to get some fibers.
You have to have an escape plan. And killing people isn't free. You have to have money to kill somebody.
It's so expensive.
He said it's so expensive.
It's expensive. You got to have money just in case you get caught. You're gonna need a top-notch lawyer.
I'm saving up right now.
And you need escape money. No, but listen, you
Nielsen, I'm saving up right now.
You need escapability. You need an alibi. You need escapability. You need money. You need to be the kind of person where it's like, why would this person do this when they had everything to live for?
But I think the crazy part is though, and the sad part is these people have definitely gotten away with things. But girls, but these girls definitely weren't it. So yeah, they're both still in jail. One is actually doing very good. She's
Green River killer,
going to school in jail, and her
everybody goes to school in jail,
right? But her great grandmother, she's still standing by their side. They're in separate prisons though, and and you'll probably see them when they're 47. But like I said, the sad part is I think it just comes down to resentment. Resentment is the key factor. Now, this case was horrible, and I think they definitely got what they deserved because not only were they trying to be sneaky, but to murder your mother, like I just listen, good, bad, or indifferent, whether you love her or you resent her or whatever you feel, that doesn't give you the right to take her life. Like she created you, and she didn't have to create you. But I just think it was a sad story. I think with the generations of how the mother wasn't raising the child, I think that starts to come back to haunt you, though.
Yeah, it can, but at the same
2 years
time,
away from 18. Get a job, move out.
Right. That's what, listen, not only that, run away at 16. Run back to your great-grandmother's and just hide out until as long as you can. But to kill him, it just doesn't make any sense. So, I don't know. I felt bad for Nikki Whitehead, but you know, these young people now, they just, I don't know. Like you said, their mind's not fully developed. And then some of them are just going off of impulse. They just are reacting. They're like, oh, if I do this, then I'll be able to run away or live on my own.
But you know what, though? People always say that jail doesn't reform a person. Certain punishment doesn't change anything.
Right.
I say this, when it comes to victims of crime in our judicial system, I think the only way that people can learn is if they go through something.
Right.
Malcolm X said that. He said if people that oppress black people were made to know how black people really feel,
right,
without that compromising sweet talk,
right,
they have to know what you're going through to relate to it. So they stabbed Nikki 80 times. They should get stabbed 40 times.
Right.
So you can understand, not to kill them, but now you can understand how it feels.
Right, right.
Or
for that, to feel that helplessness.
Take them somewhere where we all get drunk and we beat on them.
But the sad part is, like, to think of her last moments, that your own kids are murdered.
The only way they can
that's
understand
gotta be sickening.
The punishment needs to match the crimes.
Definitely.
Because people do stuff, go to jail, get out, and they do it again.
Thank you.
It's like, I don't understand it.
Right.
Yeah, our jails aren't really made for reform, are they?
No, they're not.
Really made for
and then
reform.
not only that, and like I had with the one case, you know, Canada doesn't, they believe in reform. So they don't, juveniles, the most they're going to get is 10 years for murders. That's just how they don't care. No matter whether it's 1 or 3 murders, you're just going to get, your max is 10 years because they believe in reform, which blows my mind. But yeah, here, you got to be realistic. With some people, maybe it could be possible with certain people. I'm just saying. But to me, if a person does something and then you let them off or you get them a light sentence, the first thing I would think they would say is, well, why wouldn't I try it again? Like, I was in jail for like a year.
And let me tell you this. I'm tired of you pussy mass shooters. After you do your mass shooting, don't kill yourself. Go to jail and be in general population. You so big and bad. I want to see a mass shooter go to jail and say, rape me, bitch. That's right, bitch, hurt me. Act as tough as you did when you was shooting everybody.
All those people. Thank you.
Yeah, innocent people. They didn't do nothing. You get mad because they picked on you in high school. So you go back and shoot them at the high school. When none of the people at the high school still go to the high school.
I know. Like, I need you to
or
get
the
over
people
it.
that you shoot are not the people that were even fucking with you.
Thank you.
You never hear about somebody getting fucked with and then going to school shooting the person that fucked with them and them only.
Right. Yeah.
We got to shoot the principal, the faculty. Right. We got to shoot the crossing guard.
Like, everybody's going to suffer for something that they had nothing to do with. So, now, we are getting ready to go,
we gotta go to the next
into our next segment.
Okay.
But this is the kicker, though. Before we go into our next segment, because Denny brought up an interesting point. So, I definitely will highlight it. I don't know which episode I'm going to do it, but I'm going to highlight it. So, you brought up the fact of the Menendez brothers. Now, I'm not going to go into them, but this is the thing, because I don't know if you guys heard it, but also, remember a boy group back in the day, Menudo Boys? Menudo? Yes. Well, Menudo is going to be able to bring light to the Menendez brothers case. Yes, listen, I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy.
How that ties in.
Right, yes, listen, I know it sounds crazy. And I don't know if I'm going to do it on the next episode or the episode after that. But the crazy part is, and so you got to wait for this one, but the Menendez brothers might be able to have a shot at another trial, at another case, all because of the Menudo boy. Swear to goodness. I was like, listen, when I just found that out, I know, when I just found it out today, and I wanted to tell you how it ties in, but I can't even do that yet. Because I wanted
I want to know that.
Listen, I wanted to tell you this, but I'm like, you got to wait for another episode. So, I know people are like, how dare you?
I'm coming back. I'm coming back to talk about it. We're doing a part 2 to this shit.
Basically.
I want to hear this shit.
Because it's going to get crazy. I thought it could never get crazier, but it is. So then we're going to get into our next segment. So give us 1 second while we get ready for our next segment.
We'll be right back right after this. And we are back to True Crimes. I am your co-host, Denny Live. And we got my man, PrettySmilez, in the building. I said True Smiles. You know that was wrong because them chief is not true because they not there. But we got my man, PrettySmilez, in the building. And we're back with segment number 2. Sherry, tell us what it's going to be about, darling.
You are hysterical. Only Denny. You know what?
I'm
Denny,
working hard for this job, goddamn.
You know, I can't.
Y'all see me, right? Y'all see me?
Denny's over here like it's an audition. I swear to God, he's
working hard for this motherfucker.
I'm waiting to hear what my mom is going to say about Denny. She be like, oh, he's a character. Because you know how my mom is.
I know.
Smiles, you know how it works with my mom. If my mom bangs with you, my mom bangs with you, everybody wins. Mm-hmm. That's how it goes. Like, if my mom's like, they're a winner, I'll be like, well, I'm riding with them.
We try to get the Monday.
I can't stand you. PrettySmilez, how you been, babe?
I've been good. You already know the deal, man. What's up with y'all?
You know me, keeping busy. At the end of the day, you know me, I stay hustling, trying to get my money long like Peachtree, you dig?
As you should.
You know how we doing, hating on you because you got all the teeth?
I can't stand you.
Okay.
I can't. So, you know, in this segment, of course, you know, we go into the fact of what irked your soul. You know what, Smilez? I'm going to hurt you. What irked your soul this week? We're going to start out because only Denny Live. And then we got to hope that Neil can think of something because Neil never is irked by anything.
I get to go first.
Yes, because, you know, I believe that this is going to be entertaining as shit. So this is why Denny going to go first. We got to talk about this.
This is a real thing. So this is what irks my soul. All of the women being fake about the situation with Ebony K. Williams, who got on the Breakfast Club with DJ Envy, saying that I would never date a man that's a bus driver unless he owns the company. So all these people were in their feelings about what she said. Oh, she's wrong. You know, what's wrong with dating a bus driver? Nothing is wrong. But here's what I say. I agree with her.
Right.
And the reason I agree with her is because, look here, listen, get you a guy that has a lot of money.
Right.
Be a whore for a guy that got a lot of money. What's wrong with doing that? Listen, if you're a woman that requires a guy to have a lot of money, that's what you require. Do that. Black men, normally we don't prefer women with flat asses. So if you show up, you got a flat ass, you tell me you're a good woman, but you got a flat ass, I don't care what kind of good woman you are. We cannot be together. I'd rather be with a bitch that treat me terrible with a fat, round rapper / drug dealer girlfriend ass than to be with your nice flat ass.
Hey, Denny, but listen, Denny.
Yes, that's me.
Hey, Denny, but listen, Denny, the BBLs is out here, so everybody got a fat ass.
No, I'm dark skinned. You have to have a homegrown ass. You can't go out and buy one. We don't do no fake shit over here. But my message to the women is this: if that's what you require, do what you require. Because and if you have been fucking broke motherfuckers, stop it. What do you get out of fucking a poor motherfucker that you in love with? You get to cry.
You know what?
You get to fight all his other baby mothers.
I don't know. I don't know whose soul is still being irked right now.
I'm irked by that shit. You get to fight. You get to cry. You get to fight all his other baby mothers, and you still get to not have no money because he's broke too. He can't do nothing for you but show up with his dick. So stop fucking broke motherfuckers. Start giving Neil some pussy.
Hey guys, I mean, did I have to pay him a lot of money to do that whole thing?
No,
it's free. Much. But you know what? For that plug, I will allow it.
Why not?
I will allow it.
Did he talk like he's an ex-pimp or something like
that?
No,
Denny has lost his daggone
No,
mind.
but listen, I really do think that if you're having sex with broke motherfuckers and you have done that before, you should get $500 every time you have sex.
No, but Denny from the gate, they know they know he broke.
But how is dealing with a broke guy been advantageous for any woman?
No,
how has it?
First of all, it shouldn't be about the money, period, though.
It shouldn't be. It should be about love.
Look, Denny, if she went to McDonald's drive-thru and she liked the guy that gave her food at the second window, she knew what she was getting into.
Right, but listen. This hurts my soul. Ladies, listen to me. If you look like me, you need to fuck with broke dudes. Nothing about the way you look says you should have a guy with money.
Well, you said if you look like me, I'm done. Wait,
it's a lot of women that look like me, but it hurts my soul. That's why if you look like me, you should deal with a guy that is broke. You have no options. You have to take whatever you can get because you look like me. You're ugly. But if you a bad bitch, don't you deal with a broke motherfucker. You don't have to. And you shouldn't. And that's what irks my soul. Because a lot of you women don't know your worth. Pimp. I don't like to use the terminology pimp. I like to use the word
remember
vagina management.
Remember Neil with Coochie on my money?
Yes. Vagina management. And that's what irks my soul.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Listen.
That was also his plugs. You can check out his side business, Vagina Management.
Right. He has Vagina Management Incorporated. So yeah, oh my goodness. I'm almost scared to ask you, PrettySmilez, what? Oh my God, I hope you have not been hanging with Denny. What irked your soul this week?
Every day.
What this week? What irked my soul this week?
Yes. What irks your soul, period, in life, Smilez?
What irked your soul? Tell us.
What irks my soul, first of all, liars. That's what irks my soul. A lot of liars.
Okay.
Everybody, it's certain. All right. What irked my soul this week? Let's start with this week, Denny. We're gonna start with this week. What irked my soul this week? These people always come up to you and be like, "You're a comedian? Let me hear you say some jokes now. Oh, you better be funny."
Right.
I'm tired of hearing that.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
But see, that's annoying though when you say you're a comedian and stuff. People don't think it's an insult, but they come up, they're like, "Oh, you a comedian? Tell me something funny." And you know me, my next approach is, I'm like, I can understand it. I'm like, but do you walk up to prostitutes and ask for a sample dick suck? Yeah. All right then. I'm like, show me the money. I'm not sampling any joke for you right now. I'm like, what do I look like, a jester? Like I'm here for amusement? You got me chopped and screwed, son. I'm good. But
speaking for liars, and this is my brother. I love Smilez. Smilez, you never lied to a chick before?
Yeah.
So how you hate liars?
I mean, I ain't saying I do it now.
Right. This nigga getting ready to lie right this minute with this conversation. I'm done. I can't with him. He's like, yeah, I mean. He's like, yeah, I mean.
Let me. I wanna share a couple lies I told the women. There was a young lady I met years ago that I asked her for some sex, and she said no.
Okay.
Right. Because you have to earn it. I said, well, how do I earn it? You got to buy me something. Right. So she moved into this apartment, and I said, listen, I'm going to get you all new furniture. I'm going to get you all new furniture. Really? This lie is so crazy. I took her to the furniture store where my man worked, let her pick out what she wanted, paid my man, got the receipt, and gave her the receipt. Went back to the store, got my money back because it was all fake stuff. Because I told her I paid for the furniture, I went over there and fucked on that little twin bed she had, and I did everything imaginable to her, and she never got the furniture because I didn't pay for it. That's the first big lie that I told.
Did she come after you?
She did come after me.
Yeah.
She did come after me.
She probably still looking for him right now.
No. She cool. She cool now, kind of. But
kinda.
I mean, this happened years ago. But she's the one that put it out
He's
there.
been giving her an ottoman here and there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's been paying it off a little bit here and there.
No.
He gave her an end table last week.
The day she's looking at the furniture, right? She says, she says, wait, do I need you to be here? I said, no, babe, they got your address. They know the delivery people on their way. She waited all day and nobody came. And every time she called, I just put her to voicemail.
Why are you so mean?
I know we're not listening.
Mean.
I know we're not listening to a crime, but it feels like one.
I know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I feel like Denny has been implicating himself all day.
No.
I don't know what
I had to do that because
I heard the honesty, but this is making me nervous.
No, why's it making it? Listen, if you tell a guy you cannot receive any of this pussy until you make a major purchase.
Okay, sure.
All right, well, let me give you a fake major purchase, but this dick gonna be real.
Right, I guess what you're saying.
I can't.
So yeah.
I guess
and let me tell you,
sure.
and I want to say, I want to shout her out. Hey, Val, how you doing, Val? Every hole.
No, he didn't.
Every hole.
Yeah, sure.
Did he just do that?
Every hole.
Yes, he did. She was.
Oh, that is so.
Every hole.
The level of
waiting for the
disrespect.
furniture right now at the door.
It's a million people named Val. It's not her. I didn't say
he just said
name.
Val. He didn't know what. That could be anybody. What?
Oh my goodness.
It ain't too many vowels out there. They don't make them no more.
It's okay.
Shout out to Val.
Oh, don't say it too many times. I got to bleep this in post if we got to take this out.
Okay. AKA EH, every hole.
Oh God, I don't like this.
Oh my God. Okay.
So
anyway,
Shari, what's bothering you?
Oh my
How about
goodness.
what's irking Shari?
First of all, let me get my breath back because I think I'm at a loss. Like I'm about to have a heart attack. PrettySmilez, I hope you enjoyed this. We'll probably be getting shut down in a minute.
No, we're not.
So Neil, oh Lord, sweet Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, sure.
Neil, what are your soul this week?
I mean, mine's. I keep having comedy run-ins that are. I had a classic. I had a good old classic one. Since I'm on camera, I'll keep this short. Okay. Just like somebody. I'm just at an open mic, a workout mic or whatever. It's in PA, New Hope, whatever. Like and woman just was not having it. She just wanted to be the center of attention. She was talking loudly during like an open mic thing. Like everyone was being very nice, very respectable. I'm getting some laughs or whatever. And then she wanted to kind of join in. We've all been there. She wanted to join in. What it got weird was like, it didn't go well. I basically made sure I walked her, get her out of here. Like she was like, I just was like, hey, I get it. You want attention, but I'm not going to give you the attention. She wasn't even that drunk. She was actually just an asshole. And then afterwards, like she kind of gets out of the room, comes back, is very nice to all the other performers, doesn't say anything. Eventually they walk out, but as they're walking out, I'm now off stage. She comes past my line, and then she comes back in and gets close to the side of my head and like goes like this into my ear.
She said what?
I don't know. She put a hex on me. I think I ran into a.
My goodness!
She might have been a Romani. She might have been some type of Romani.
Was she hot? Was she hot or what?
I can neither confirm nor deny that type of. I can't. I mean, Your Honor.
You always try to be neutral. Okay, Neil tries to be neutral. Nice. Right.
I saw her
tries to be neutral, like he's not smashing chicks. Or
I'll tell you this. Her goddamn personality sucked. That's what I'll tell you that much. Her personality was terrible.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, she was good looking. She was fine, but like not worth the craziness. Like not worth the
Smile. See, you got people that lie. I'm not saying no lies. I'm saying, but you have people that lie. Then you have people that volunteer lies where they be like, yeah, I ain't really paying no mind. I'll pass on it. Yeah, okay. Neil likes to be nice and be like, well, I'm good either way. I wouldn't. Come on now, Neil, be honest. Would you smash?
I honestly can't remember her face. It was such a shitty interaction. I remember her being, being short, like stout, but very petite and cute. But as soon as you hear her talk, she was like, it was, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, you're nuts. Okay, I got you.
I know what he's talking about.
And I'm not a young man anymore. I don't. Yeah, pretty like, and also I wouldn't.
Mouth. She messed up everything.
Yeah. But you don't go for that anymore. We're an older guy, like we're in our 30s now, so I don't fall for that. I mean, I know it, so I can fall for it, but like I just know
old, in 30s.
I don't mean like, you know what I'm saying, but I should have something together.
Okay, so Smilez. Okay, I can relate to you guys. So this is the answer you give when you probably could have got your dick sucked that night, but you're not going to admit because you have someone.
I'm tired of all the crazy.
Wait a minute. Shari said,
let me finish the story. So she's sucking my dick at the open mic, right?
Right.
The whole audience is applauding. The whole audience is pumped.
That sounds believable.
And I'm like, Denny, this is nuts. I FaceTime in Denny live on camera. I was like, this is nuts. He virtually hits her from the back. We got into VR. It was pretty awesome.
I cannot.
So I'm just irked because the virtual condoms don't work, and I think I got a virtual STD. So I'm irked. So
not one of those.
Then I cashed after some virtual doxycycline pills.
You know what? Y'all are hysterical. All right, I didn't see that one coming. That was right. There you go. That was on the money. I appreciate it. You're hysterical. No, what irked me this week was because me and my girlfriend, we brought something up about and you men can say whatever you want, but I don't want your opinion. Hint. Okay. Right. So anyway, this is the problem I have when you're dealing with a man, right? Listen, doesn't mean we don't love you. We're not there for you. There's nothing worse though, when we deal with your mom and we deal with you. And listen, not saying we don't like your mom, we like her, but then your mom decides she wants to be fly, to say something fly that I think you should have talked to her. She could have kept it to herself. Oh, he had to go to the emergency room the other day. And luckily I was around to come over and pick him and the baby up because you decided to go out with some friends.
Right.
Oh, okay. Is he in a coma, life support? Not right. No, but I'm just saying, if you were a real woman, you would have been there to be able to take him to the emergency room. Word? That's how we feel? Okay. Listen, this is my thing. I understand that's your mom, right? But this, you probably wouldn't appreciate it if she says that to me, and then I'll be like, well, you know, Mom, since we're being honest, you're right. I should have been more of a woman. I should have been there to run him to emergency. But you know what? As a team, we could work better. I'll make sacrifices if you make sacrifices. I want you to do some of the things I do. At 3 a.m. when he taps me in the forehead with his dick and he says, are you up? Or when he tries to go in the front door but goes in the back door, when you knew doggone well you weren't going to go in through the front door, you wanted through the back door. I already told you my stomach was off. I really wasn't in the mood for the shit. Secondly, when you want to all of a sudden ask me to suck your dick while we driving in the car, while we're on our way to somewhere, that's all I'm saying. If your mom could help me with that, okay, right, I will make sure I drive you and the baby myself, okay? Tell her to suck a dick. Gargle these nuts, suck a dick, sing the Star Spangled Banner. All I'm saying is, while she's like, my son needs this, you're not letting him fuck you in the ass. So you listen, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I hear what you're saying. I am a real woman, okay? I'm tolerating him.
Then you have to give her a round of applause for that.
You damn right. You damn right.
All I'm saying is I'm tolerating him. Help me to help you. That's all. Get your mom in check. That's all.
Hey,
don't talk to me.
Now let's go. Let's get in this hospital and see if we can save his arm.
Listen, let me tell you right now. I agree with all of that.
You know what?
There's a butt coming in.
I agree with all. No,
afraid.
there's no butts coming in. Listen, you a real woman. You a real woman. And I appreciate you for telling his mother that. Like, yo, that's some goofy shit. Oh, here's another thing. Can I get one more?
Go.
What irks my soul from men and women, I'll do women first. You with your girlfriends, you complain about the dudes you fucking with. You ever be out and y'all out, bitch, he ain't shit. I told you that motherfucker. I'm swear to God, I'm not being with that motherfucker no more. And her phone rings. And he just, here we go now. Girl, let me talk with her. Come back. Girl, I got to go.
Attitude change.
I got to go, girl.
Now that's
he talking about, you know what I'm saying?
What the best is, he get on my nerve. Like, I'm not even trying to hear anything he gotta say. But anyway, listen, I'm gonna call y'all later. You're like, wait, what? You're like, wait.
And then she get over there, and he done turned her face into a glazed donut. But
oh my Lord.
But you have been talking about, I ain't going over there. And for them guys too. Man, that bitch ain't shit, man. I knew she was a whore. Oh, that bitch calling me that. Man, I'm go over here, man. Fuck the bitch one more time.
You're all right.
Then he don't call. Men do this. Men
I'm picking up her kids on Tuesdays.
Men, no. Not even that. This happened to me. I cannot say any of the names on this one, but I will tell you the situation. My homie married a girl that we grew up with. She is a legendary whore in West Oak Lane, Uptown. Legend. This bitch is legendary. Matter of fact, she's such a whore. Everybody in the wedding party fucked her except for me and the pastor and the pastor's wife. Everybody fucked her. But he married anyway. She was such a whore, they had to move away to another city.
Damn, she started all over.
Nigga, yes, it was outrageous, right? And they ended up breaking up at this particular time. They're back together, happy, they're a motherfucker now. He come back to Philly. He going through this depression. I just got put the fuck out too. So misery left company, right? We going all the way up. Every Friday, we going to Mount Airy to when the Uptown Cafe was Ruben's Mark. Mm-hmm. We there every goddamn Friday, and I got off work at 4 o'clock. 4:15, I was pulling up. Yo, you here? I'm here. We get in there, get pissy drunk, cry in the parking lot. We over by the Rita's Water Ice, crying. Nigga, man, we got each other, man. Them bitches out there ain't shit. We did that for 3 months. Friday come, me and him breaking up now.
You know what?
I'm thinking we gonna go to get drunk and shit. Pull up. He have a couple beers with me. He not himself. He built it up to tell me and him breaking up.
You know what? I can't with you.
No, because listen, when a man is depressed, we latch on to our homies. Your homies are there to introduce you to another bitch to get on top of so you get over the one that got off. That's what's the mission. I'm crying over the motherfucker, even though I was wrong. I'm crying a river, and I'm the one that did all the cheating and all the bullshit. That's what men do. He did this. Well, he didn't really do the same thing. He did some of it, but his thing was more or less, bitch, you a whore. How can you quit me for doing what you did your whole life doing this, but you gonna get mad at me? You done fucked half the world. We living on Mars, because you done fucked everybody on Earth. And I gotta keep running into these motherfuckers. They got back together. And he telling me, yeah, man, I don't be coming around like that, because, what? We getting back together. And I'm like, not to getting back together. Can you at least be there for me? I ain't getting back with nobody right now. Can you? Motherfucker got back with her ass and swore up and down he was never gonna fuck with her again. Never. Men do girl shit, but it's in quiet.
He said in quiet.
Yo, boys don't do that because you got an image to uphold.
Ain't lying. Ain't lying.
Telling you. We'll do that. That shit is a top secret thing. Y'all tell all your girlfriends. We ain't got a whole bunch of niggas to tell.
Oh, I don't tell girlfriends about it. There's nothing to talk about. First of all, no. For what? My thing is this also. When it comes to talking to girls, it's nothing worse when a girl be like, oh, I don't think me and my man gonna work out. And then the chick gonna say, oh, well, if I were you. You're like, bitch, you can't even keep a man past 6 months. You like, you suck a dick and he don't even call you back. I'm good. I don't want to hear what you have to say, honey. I'm good. Unless you can get longevity in. Then I don't want to hear it. Like, you don't have longevity. If you can't get longevity and there's really nothing to talk about.
And you know what? And this for all the men. Stop getting your dick sucked one time. Stop doing that. That girl sucked your dick. You got to call her back.
You know what? I can't with you.
No, you really do got to call her back.
Is he doing a PSA for you got to call her back?
No, you really got to call her back.
You got to call her back.
That's corny as shit to get your dick sucked and not call her back.
Okay, you know what? And Denny's on time.
Sure.
You know what? And you know what? And Neil's over here catching virtual STDs.
It could have been a nothing head, and you like, I don't like that. Why you gonna call her back?
No, but okay.
I think just
all teeth. You gonna call all teeth back?
At our age, if you 37 to 50 something, and your dick suck game is trash, you didn't have the proper people in your life.
She was raised by a lot of dudes. I don't know.
Nah.
So I don't know, man.
Because you gotta really practice.
I give a call back. I go like, hey,
I'm gonna call you back.
This isn't working out. You know what I mean?
No. Oh no! You do the break.
I don't have the time to train her.
Did he just say I don't have time to train her? I'm done. I can't.
All right.
Neil
Listen,
like,
we got to go on to the next segment. We got to go to plugs.
Neil be like, if you're not a professional one, I can't do it with you. He'd be like,
I mean, we'd have some talks. We'd have some discussions.
True crime stories with Shari. We'll be right back with the next segment.
Stories with Shari. Just making up
Crimes
a title.
to remember. He just be making up. He'd be like,
I'm sorry.
Going into plugs.
What's it called again?
Hi, welcome back to Crimes to Remember. I'm here with co-host Denny Live, and I'm comedian Shari. Oh my goodness, we're gonna be firing Denny Live in 2 seconds. And our special guest, comedian PrettySmilez. How are you, PrettySmilez?
I'm doing great. I'm in the living room chilling, man. Ready to spark up, man. You know, man.
I'm glad we got you in the building. So on this spot, we like to always shout out and talk about your shows and everything you have coming up. PrettySmilez, what shows do you have coming up? And also let the people know how they can follow you.
All right. I do have a show coming up with my guy Denny Live, June 18th. Got a show this weekend in Chester. Y'all can hit me up on Instagram because I can't tell y'all everything. Just go
Wait a minute, hold on. Smile. How you got a show coming up? You getting advertisement shout outs, but you gonna tell the public I can't tell you everything. Smile.
I gotta look at the flyers. I don't know that shit about her.
Say that, but don't say it on that Hollywood shit because you took out another tooth and you think you better than everybody. Just make sure.
Please, can y'all please go to my page, Comedian PrettySmilez with a Z.
This
with a Z at the end. It's all together. Comedian PrettySmilez with a Z. I don't remember all the shows I got.
I can't win.
Please go on my page. Just follow me. I update y'all with everything.
And yo, you've been talking about I got a show, but I don't know where it's at. But follow me. I'm talking about Smilez fucked up. Smilez, we'll be performing at June 18th because I don't know. Did I take
we out in Jersey. We out Lauren in Jersey. That's all I can tell you. They go to the page.
Okay, so wait, because we got to catch up on this. Who the promoter for the show? Who booked us?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I know Buck booked me, so I mean he gave me he told me everything. So
okay. Me and Buck. All right, cool.
You remember that now?
I remember now. But listen, I have not received any money. So until you say your deposit, I don't really remember.
Oh, you said okay.
No, I love Buckshot. Well,
No.
but I didn't get no cash flow yet, so I don't
Hysterical.
stuff like that. I don't really remember. All right, so May 13th, I got the Mother's Day show in Upper Darby with Kobe Jack, Tommy Too Smooth, Charles Walden. We're gonna be at the D Cafe, sponsored by my man Sean Clay. Shout out to Sean Clay, put it together. And then July 11th, we got the Laugh House reunion. And 4th of July weekend, get ready. I'm coming back to St. Louis, Missouri with my man Marvin Davis. We in the building. It's gonna be crazy. I gotta do it like that because he pays some real money.
We can tell.
I know
we
that's
can
right.
tell.
He pays.
So you see the energy?
Yeah, I saw the
we can
energy.
tell by the energy.
He pays some real money.
That energy
so
look
listen,
like money.
all the
And he
promoters.
sent him money already too.
Do you think he did not? And he paid for the airline ticket and the hotel. Okay?
Ooh.
And he take me all around and he buy me little outfits and stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Shout out to
Denny
Marvin
got
Davis and all the promoters out there in St. Louis doing a good job. People that do comedy shows, if you come with some real money, I'll do the same thing for you on the shout out tip. But if you give me that little $47 you've been trying to give me since 1999, I'll be like, yeah, I got to show the nut ass boy. Got the nut ass show. Come in there, buy the tickets to the nut ass show, or don't buy none of the tickets. They're only making $47. Fuck, I care whether you come there or not.
God. Oh, Denny is crazy. All right, I appreciate you guys. Go ahead. What else? You had something else to say, Smilez? I don't want to cut you off.
No, because Denny already promoted 2 shows that I'm on with him. June 11th.
Oh, yeah. Come to them shows, see Smiles and everything.
Smilez, stop acting like you too good to promote your shit. All right, that's all I'm saying. All right,
Yeah.
Listen,
like seriously,
listen,
I know you
y'all
too good
also
looking for
catch me-
teeth.
I mean,
I know
listen.
you too
All
good
right,
looking for
listen.
teeth, but you ain't too good looking
All
to
right,
promote your
listen.
show.
Right.
I'm in 2 movies on Tubi right now. Y'all can catch me in 2 movies on Tubi. One of them called Jenny. The second one is called Saturday. Another one is about to come out. It's called Fuck Them Kids. Denny, you in that joint too.
Oh, yeah, I'm in the movie Fuck Them Kids.
Yeah, we do a lot of work together, Denny. We do a lot of work
we
together.
do a lot of work together. Shout out to the man, Chris the Truth Kennedy. Appreciate the opportunity, brother. And most of all, I appreciate the money.
He said, "I appreciate the money."
Shout out to comedian Chris the Truth Kennedy for paying the money. And Miss, what was Tracy's last name?
I forgot her last name, but
she wrote the check. He can't even remember the last name. Shout out to I don't remember it either. But shout out to Miss Tracy for writing an excellent script and giving us a part. And shout out to both of you guys for making sure that the money came through. The first check didn't bounce, and I appreciate the rest y'all gave me on Cash App. And all you people that do shows and movies, that's how it should go.
You know what?
That's how I talk about it.
Pay you for your time.
Do you see how much energy you get when it's money
when
paid?
you don't,
it motivates people.
When you don't pay me the right amount of money, I'm like, yeah, I'm in a little. Then I see the movie. Yeah, I was in that nut ass shit. You only paid me $47.
You know what? I can't with this 47. That's the new number now. I'm feeling 47. You know all right, let me make sure I shout out this business.
Oh, and follow me on Instagram at Denny Live TV.
Yep.
He said Denny Live TV. I love
thank you for watching Crimes to Remember.
You know what? I should have done it. Denny Live keeps trying my patience with this. You know what? The sad part is next week, Denny Live is going to be on the show because he's going to be the one murdered. So we're just going to talk about
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to be drinking Kool-Aid to that.
Basically, right. Because I quit school because of recess. I don't play games, Denny. Keep playing with me. Anywho. All right, so we want to shout out a company, Amenity Housekeepings.
Housekeeping?
You want to deal with Amenity Housekeepings. They are also in Chicago, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, Atlanta, South Florida, Dallas, Houston, and also Denver. What they are offering now is if you use the code Crimes to Remember when you sign up for their services to get your apartment or condominium cleaned, you will be able to get $25 off your first cleaning. So everyone, make sure you go check out. You'll be able to see it because it'll come up on our screen. AmenityHousekeepings.com. Use code Crimes to Remember to get $25 off your first cleaning. Let them know Shari sent you. And also, y'all have stuff coming up, but I've got time to promote my stuff. I got time to promote my stuff. That being said, though, I want to thank so much for Comedian PrettySmilez for coming out. Denny Live showing out as always. And Neil keeping his composure, but letting us know that he just got a virtual STD. That sounded like a great time.
Wasn't that a fun bit?
Yeah, that was. I was proud of you. You loosened up a little bit. Because he always act like he doesn't do anything and like he's not getting ass. He's a liar.
Ladies, if you're a struggling rapper, Let Neil tell you some shit because he got a lot of equipment. He gonna promise you that you're gonna be in the studio, but you're never gonna be there. But give him some pussy anyway.
Oh
all
my
right?
God.
Holla at your boy.
Only Denny.
Thank you.
So make sure
It's
you
another-
check
I owe him $300
dollars for that
after this
plug.
episode.
Yeah. Denny's been plugging
Yes.
all day, so he's gonna total that up. Make sure you guys go on Like Crimes to Remember. Make sure you subscribe, like our channel.
Like Crimes
Please
to
leave
Remember.
comments, subscribe, and also let me know what crimes you want to hear next, or if there's any comedians you want me to try to bring on. Also, if you want to promote your business or get highlighted on our show, please make sure you email me at comedianshari@gmail.com. I swear to goodness, Denny is going to be,
No, the
he's gonna be
thing
on his
is,
last.
let her know.
No, what? Denny is going to be on his last
Let
one when I
her
get
know
done with
what
him.
comedians you want on the show. We in Philadelphia. We only got 5 comedians.
You know what I can't.
3 of them is handsome.
Oh my God, he's so mean. I didn't say that.
So the other 2 comedians.
Oh my goodness, I didn't say that. You know what?
You booked here for Crimes to Remember. Just call Shari and then find out when your time to be on here.
I'm not co-signing with Denny on that.
You live
Make
around the
sure-
corner. I don't know why you ain't coming with me today when I stopped to pick your nut ass up. You said, jumped in my car and came today.
Oh my goodness. Even though we had to tolerate these loons, still like and comment and subscribe to Crimes to Remember. I appreciate everybody's support. Shout out. You definitely will catch Denny live on our next show, co-host in our next episode.
Teray, you next on here.
You know what? Teray
Definitely.
would tell me off. Teray
You
would tell me off.
You one of the 5 comedians.
Yeah, 2
No,
gotta be on here that.
we got 6. We got 6.
Oh my goodness. Denny's going to get me shot. Shoot the music when I go out of here. I'm going to get gunned down.
This has been Crimes to Remember with comedian Shari. Subscribe on YouTube at Crimes to Remember, rate and review us on your favorite audio platform, and follow us on Instagram at comedian Shari.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of DropTent Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to DropTent.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see DropTent on. We appreciate it. Go to DropTent.com now.
This has been a DropTent Media production.